Well, hello and howdy-ho everyone. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV full story playthrough. In the previous episode, we defeated Elidibus, once and for all. We sent the Scions home. We welcomed a new member into our ranks. But things are not quite finished up here in the first. We still have Eden to take care of, which we will in a future episode. And we also still have the issue with 2P. And the dwarves. Fine mess this is. We're miners. We can't just not dig. But if we keep going and some mechanical monstrosity pops out from underground, we're still just miners. There's no stopping her now. So much for preparation. 2P is of course unresponsive. Ready? Trick question. Don't care. Let's go. So obviously, Anog wants to fix 2P. Sometimes I hate being the reasonable one. Just think, machines equal to man. No, perhaps even greater. If we can find the key, we can just figure out how they work. We can fix 2P, and then... And what? Slow down and use your head. How are we to know that any of what she said was true? Oh, so you just have us sit on our hands instead of pursuing the untold power that sleeps in these ruins, twiddle our thumbs while others race ahead and claim the prize. I'm as intrigued as you are, but I would not have us put our blind faith in someone we've only just met, particularly someone making such wild claims. Were we to bring this key to her, there's no telling what she might do with it. If you want to be a coward, be my guest. I'll be boldly forging a path forward as, if you recall, we planned to do. And if we can secure 2P's continued assistance, all the better. What about you? You can either dive into the great unknown with me, or stick in one toe at a time like a beardless baby. Well, I mean, Konog has a point. This is largely uncharted territory, even for Foxy. There's no point in arguing further. She's immune to reason when she gets like this. I'm happy to continue investigating, of course I am. That's why we've gone to all this trouble, but we need to be careful as how we go about it, especially where 2P is concerned. I don't trust her, at least not yet. Even if should we find this key, we ought to be as discreet as possible about it. About sharing our plans and information. Don't you agree? Now, let's see what Anog has to say. Don't fret about Konog. He'll see that I'm right and come crawling back eventually. There's so much we can learn here about these ruins, living machines, and 2P is the best source of information we've got. We need to seize this opportunity while we can. So, are you coming or what? Anog also has a point, and honestly, if we want to get to the bottom of this, we need to go. So let's give our support to Anog, but then Konog's path will no longer be available to us. That's okay. Choice will not affect the rewards and challenges to come. I knew it! Fortune favors the bold. Sorry, Konog, your sister presented a more compelling argument. Now, as you can see here, we found an unidentified expedition log. Let's go ahead and... Which one was it? Duty collection. Survey of local terrain continues. Ecosystem in the area appears to have adapted to extended drought. Dry climate conditions must have been present for some time. Investigation of a murky spring did reveal aquatic life, though of an unusual sort. Interesting. Ah, something else. Survey of local terrain continues. Current location is particularly verdant, likely owing to the plethora of freshwater springs. Peculiar that two so markedly different distinct biomes should exist in such proximity. Alright, nothing too fascinating thus far. I wonder who's taking these logs. Aha, I was hiding back here. Survey of the local terrain still continues, though no discoveries of particular note. Or perhaps I've grown tired of searching. Still, it's better to be stuck in the middle of nowhere than on the front lines. Front lines, huh? Front lines of what? These pod devices must be part of the place, but they don't seem to be particularly murderous as far as things in here go. We should be able to use them to ferry us further in again. I suppose we can. Thank you, Pod. Oh, right. Before we go any further, you remember these odd boxes? They seem to enable etheric transference. If we get lost, it should be a simple matter to teleport back to the entrance using one of these, so don't worry your pretty head about becoming trapped down here. And with that said, throw caution to the wind and go forth and investigate. And the very instant that you find something of note, make sure that you show it to me. Got it? Hiding in the back among the boxes is another crate. Weapon fragment data. Well, let's check that out. You know what, we're gonna stick this down here for now. The blade is in motion, once gleaming white-drenched red, a blow to halt the twin gears' life and death, its impetus long forgotten. Well, that's interesting. I wonder if those are like weapon descriptions from Nier Automata, because each weapon had a bit of a story to it in that game, much like its predecessor, Drakengard. Machine Research Report 1. The machine's primary objective seems to be nothing more than kill enemy. What's troubling, though, is that their auto-evolution systems have begun to build a private network. Oh dear. They're evolving. A broken kick-em-bob. I don't know what a kick-em-bob is. But we found it. Let's see if there are any other boxes to find. That's the word I was looking for. Nothing else hiding over here, so let's talk to Anog. You found something, haven't you? Well? A broken kick-em-bob. Is it part of the enigmatic key or a fashionable accessory? Who knows? Not you. I'd bet that whatever this is, it's part of a greater whole. Let's see if we can find any other pieces. I might be able to reassemble it, if I had any idea what it's meant to be. Can't get down over here, right? Nope. Another box. Memory of a damaged machine archived. Ooh. Oh, brother, where art thou? It's dark. I'm alone. All alone and lonely. I want friends. Don't stop me. I'll kill you. I need friends. Well, that's unsettling. A rusty what's-it? Well, I'm glad Foxy knows what to pick up, because I sure wouldn't. A tarnished thingamajig. What lovely descriptors. Before we go to the damaged pod, let's check this box. Machine Research Report 2. The machine's network has evolved to the point where paradoxes no longer present an obstacle, allowing for diversity among individuals. They may continue to incorporate whatever data is within reach, someday the world in its entirety. Well, that's not good. Especially if these machines are intended to kill. Ah, I thought you could hide from me. Weapon fragment data 2. Our world never doubted, only closed its eyes the better to turn unburdened. Ooh, that's deep. I like that. Oh. We just took the whole damn pod. Alright. Ah, hiding over here, are you? Tattered flyer. Thanks for... Bye. It's a thriving chain of... including swords that match the regional features and squads of... Huh. Interesting. Maybe some kind of toy or collector's item? An advertisement, for sure. Weapon fragment data 4. Did we find fragment 3? No. Rue not what has come to be, nor lay down your arms while life still rises amidst ruin. The blade demands this vow, this virtue. Where the hell's data 3? Ah, I'm annoyed that I missed one. Oh, maybe this is it. It was up ahead. Yep, there it is. In that world we once knew, sharp and shattered, a single spark of memory grows to a flame. It shines upon the lost, and at last we understand. Konog. I trust your investigation is going well. Well enough. Have you found me some more parts? Let's see. A tarnished thingamajig. You haven't the slightest clue what this might be for. Perhaps in this case that is a good sign. The longer you stare at this odd piece of metal, the less you know what it is. And a damaged pod. A piece of machina that you recognize from your terrifying flight across chasms. This one, however, seems unresponsive. Oh, look at all these! Hard to say for sure whether we have everything until we take a crack at reassembling it, of course, but it's a start. And this pod! I've been so wanting to take one of these apart. Do you hear something? Function resumed. Initiating repair process. Alert. Multiple lifeforms detected in proximity. Lifeforms would be us, I presume. Interesting. If it's still functional, there's no need for me to disassemble it. Pity. Still, I say we take it back with us. Any objections? No, of course not. So let's get on with it. Oh, what's this? Broken flight unit. It's 9S. It's him! Though how he climbed back up here in that state. Well, you're the one who wanted to work with 2P. I'm sure she would say to destroy him for good. What do you say? Oh, brother, you know me too well. We take him with us, of course, just in case. It'll be our little secret. The real question is, why did he want to kill 2P? Anything else to find here? This may be the clue we've been searching for. I only hope it doesn't blow up in our faces, in any sense. Konog and I will be heading back out. I want to perform a proper analysis on these parts as soon as possible. I don't blame you if you want to look around a bit more first, though you had best share your findings. Nah, I think I found everything here. Let's get out of here. I wonder where they shoved 9S. Processing. I thought that key was a figure of speech, but it looks like it could potentially be an unlocking mechanism, if you squint. It's about time! You know those parts we found? Well, I've managed to cobble them together into a decent approximation of something. I was hoping that if I got the basics right, the pod could tell us what it's meant to be, but it won't stop repeating processing and beeping at me. It worked when it was analyzing us, so theoretically it should be up to the task, but it seems we'll have to wait for it to finish whatever it is that it's doing. Oh, the song playing in the background. I'm trying to remember the title. I can't. I'm half tempted to take my tools to it, but if I can't put it back together, we'll be back to square one. So, patience it is. Huh. In the meantime, we have quite a bit of other data to analyze. So much, in fact, that I'm certain we will need a considerable amount of time. Uninterrupted time to work, if you take my meaning. I'm telling you to keep the chief off our backs for a while. I don't care how. Say that his house is on fire if you like, or put it to the torch if you're not comfortable with lying. Oh, because arson is so much better. Processing. You heard, Anog. We're counting on you to keep the chief occupied so that we don't have to. We simply don't have the time for half a dozen lectures about protocol and safety and ethics, do you understand? Of course, no true scientist does, after all. Well, Chief, I got news. Not only mysterious machines from the ruins will kill us all, ho, I suppose. Sorry, it's been a lot to take in. Did you manage to keep our local miscreants out of trouble? Let's see. They're safely studying our discoveries as we speak, or I found them to be surprisingly competent, actually. Yeah, honestly. It's true that when it comes to mechanical contraptions, you'll find none cleverer than those two, or more obsessive. If anyone's capable of solving the mystery of these ruins, it's them. Much as I hate to say this, we should leave them to their own devices. For now. Yeah, we should. Honestly. Lally, what a conveniently timed entrance ho! I was just thinking I ought to send someone to check on Anog and Konog. They're still poking and prodding at those what's-its you dug up in the ruins. Which is all well and good until one of them sets off another explosion. Say no more, I wouldn't want anything to happen to the artifacts, or, oh, I'm sure you'll notice they blow up anything important. Nah, let's not be mean. Thank you. You know how they get when they're curious about something. Not to mention that our annual carnival is fast approaching. There's plenty that wants doing before we're ready, and I need those two to start pulling their weight. While you're looking in on them, remind them they've got duties outside of tinkering with rusty thingamabobs, would you? Maybe they'll listen if you're doing the if it's you doing the nagging. They seem to respect you, much as they respect anyone. Must be all the violence. You'll find them in the tunnels, of course. Can't lure them out of there for love nor money, and believe me, I've tried. I mean, they plan on striking it rich over there, and, well, you guys aren't particularly nice to them, let's be honest. Yeah, this quest and the previous one technically take place quite a bit apart. These quests were released kind of in waves. So, in our case, time has passed. Maybe it's supposed to do that. Pod's not saying anything. Ah, there you are. Can you believe this? I waited through days of processing, broke multiple tools, and after all that... Ugh, stupid son of a hub-swiving... Anog, not everyone is privy to your inner thoughts. Allow me to explain. The pod confirmed that this device grants the user access to some sort of weaponry, which presumably means it is indeed the key of which 2P spoke. Unfortunately, no sooner had we gotten it working than it stopped again. Based on our previous experiences, we assume it's run out of power, and will require a supplementary energy source. So let's hurry up and find one. The sooner we get the key working, the sooner we can pulverize our enemies. Now wait just a moment. We aren't even certain what sort of weaponry is involved here. Even if we get the key working again, we shouldn't activate it willy-nilly. Honestly, Konog, this ceaseless whining of yours is why we never make any progress. It's not whining, it's being ethical and prudent. Must you two always bicker so, or shall the victor be the first to draw blood or the last man standing? No, let's not encourage her. Yes! Oh dear. Arguing with Anog is like being run over by a trolley. What were we talking about? Ah yes, why I'm right. I agree that we still know too little about the machine lifeforms and androids, but that's precisely why we need to seize this opportunity. If we claim the weaponry for ourselves, we'll know exactly what the enemy's capabilities are. Then, and only then, can we protect the village from comparable technology. Fine, fine, I see your point. We'll be safer in the long run if we activate the weaponry sooner rather than later. Or everyone else will. I'll probably have dropped dead from trying to keep up with you. Ha ha ha! You say that, but you're far too stubborn to die. That's why I can always count on you. You too, most loyal and lethal assistant. Come along, we have a power source to find. Yep, pod's completely inactive. Oh boy. A lot of running around in these quests. Didn't I say that last time? I feel like I said that last time. I'm never sure if Anog has the better argument or she's just better at arguing. I guess it doesn't matter. She usually gets what she wants in the end. It's about time. I've been considering what we need in order to power the key. A hefty chunk of crystal from a knocker ought to do it, though I haven't quite worked out how we'll divert its energy for our purposes. Konog and I will think on it while you head over to the Hollows and liberate that crystal. Find us when you're back in Komra. Where are we going? Oh. Knockers. Oh, why did I hit sprint? Whatever. You could say that this knocker is sprinting very quickly toward its death. Lovely. That took no effort. Did you guys figure it out yet? And another thing, why does Anog's way always have to be so fun? Aha! You got one, right? Chunk of knocker. A decent-sized hunk of crystal alight with ethereal energies. Perfect. Now we can run some tests. Yes, yes, it'll take a bit of experimentation to get the key powered up. It is science, you know. Don't you worry, though. We'll have this thing in working order before you know it. While you wait, why not take some time for yourself? Have a nap, try some of our local delicacies, tell the chief to go bugger himself. Anog! Konog! Uh-oh. Ah, and here's Foxy. I knew you'd have roped her into your schemes again. They're good schemes. And anyway, you're the one who keeps setting her to check on us. I wouldn't have to if you'd do the work you were assigned. The carnival won't wait on your pet projects. Fine, fine. Come on, Konog. Let's get this over with. Frustrating as they are, you have to admire their enthusiasm for tinkering. If they can even put a tenth of that energy toward the carnival, we'll be ready in no time. I hope you'll be able to attend. You won't have seen the like before, I assure you. Not to mention that we're eager to show our appreciation for your helping us with those machines, and there's no better way to do that than with a dwarven toast to your health or two. Dozen. Even between two villages, some dwarven traditions remain the same. Lolly, I knew you'd be here sooner or later, ho. You remember the carnival I told you about, didn't you? We finished preparing, which means it's nearly time to open celebrations with the unfurling of the banners. But first we'll need an officially sanctioned bearer to present said banners to 3 of our people. And why not let you do the honors? Others are clamoring for the task, make no mistake. It's an important and highly coveted duty, you understand. But I couldn't deprive you of this opportunity to experience Gog culture hands-on. Consider it a thank you for keeping Anog and Konog from blowing themselves up. And look sharp, we haven't got all day. Right, these guys are the Gogs. You remember them from the earlier main story quest where these guys over in Komra, they didn't particularly like these guys? Aha, you'll be the bearer. Well, hand it over. This is what we've all been waiting for. A carnival banner. The traditional decoration for Komra's annual celebration features an equally traditional Gog pattern rendered in 4 colors. I honestly couldn't care less. Ah, the colors of Komra! They speak of our village, our lives, our very souls. Except this one. Never really cared for this one. Looks like it tripped halfway through the journey from beige to yellow and fell in a ditch. Time already, is it? Oh, my hands are so sweaty. Do take care now. I'd hate to be the one what drops the banner. Phew, well done. Let's share a drink once it's safely unfurled, eh? The carnival is our way of showing appreciation for each other, and I certainly appreciate you keeping this banner from slipping away like a grease eel. It's a piece of cloth. Ugh. So, the role of bearer went to the outsider after all. Nothing you can't handle, I hope. It's not that I think the chief made a poor choice, mind. Bit of a waste, yes, but there's no better way for you to introduce yourself to the rest of the village. And wouldn't you know it, you're not so bad. They're a bit more subdued over here than they are in Komra, I guess. Finished, have you? Hopefully speaking with those folk helped impress upon you that this wasn't just some menial errand anyone could have done. No, the slightest mishap in the banner delivery process would have spelled disaster, you hear. Now, without further ado, let the carnival begin! I don't know how it could have spelled disaster. And, to be fair, they put on a cute carnival. I forget what I said about them being subdued. Oh man, that looks good. The chicken looks a bit rough, but man, that mushroom is making me hungry. No need to stand there waiting for someone to give you more work to do. Go and witness the fruits of our labors. Revel, frolic, etc. If you need a task that badly, you can set yourself to working up an appetite. I expect you to partake heartily of our traditional cuisine, not to mention the drinks. Don't spare me these menial tasks if I see one more streamer. Oh, it's those two. Why, if it isn't Foxy! And run absolutely ragged with tedious carnival duties, no doubt. It is indeed my solemn duty to eat my weight in carnival food, or I had the honor of delivering banners, thank you very much. Let's go with the first one, because that's a mood. Eating? Are you mad? There's no time for that. We've got the key to activate. All of this festive nonsense has been an unnecessary distraction, but Konog and I did manage to make some real progress while the chief wasn't looking. And if you want the details, and I know you do, you'll have to meet us at the usual place. The last thing we need is half the village drunkenly eavesdropping. Why do I have a horrible feeling about this? I do like this music, though. Like, damn, this is really good. Also probably from Nier Automata. We haven't even got to the part where Anog and I argue yet, and I'm already knackered. Pod says nothing. There you are. Let's review our work, shall we? Doubtless you've forgotten some significant detail. As hopefully even you will recall, we required an energy source to restore functionality to the so-called key 2P told us about. We obtained said source in the form of a knocker's crystal and carapace, though the transference of energy from crystal to key proved a challenge. Nothing that Konag and I, in my infinite wisdom, couldn't handle, however. You'll find your faith in us is well rewarded. The key is now fully powered and, as far as we can tell, functional, so I dare say we'll soon be capable of smiting our enemies with the press of a button. Well, we would be if we had the first clue how to operate the blasted thing. Indeed, it seems this key is a more complicated device than we anticipated. Thus far, we have only succeeded in making it display a series of strange glyphs. We presented these to the pod for translation, of course, but we cannot make heads nor tails of its terminology, no matter how many times we prompt it to explain. The androids appear to have an intuitive, or at least finely tuned, grasp of technology, so I have no doubt that 2P would know, but she's shown no sign of miraculously awaking, that's for certain. Ugh, you pod, can 2P be revived? Analyzing android repair sequence. Error detected. Confirming details. Damage to internal mechanism detected. Proposal. Replace the damaged part. So with a replacement part, repair is possible? I dare say facilitating that process would prove more efficient than continuing our own fruitless experimentation with the key. I'd hardly call wandering the factory for days on end with the barest idea of what sort of part we're looking for efficient. So unless our friend here just happened to stumble upon a room filled with android corpses ripe for the harvesting. As it so happened. Oh yeah, the corpse room. That's a thing. Odd, but superlative. You'll take us there at once. We'll bring Pod 2. It can tell us if any of the androids still have the part we need. Onward! We're really going back into the factory? Really? Well, we're finally here. Found our friends. Not that I'm eager to take apart an android, but how do we do that? Tactical support units are authorized to recover android parts and carry out replacement and repair options. Oh. You just heard that. Okay. A look inside the androids and a giant step toward our ultimate goal. By the way, where are we going? Alright, the corpse room. That's a lot of corpses. Oh yeah, any new stuff? Doesn't look like it. So anyway, we can't just click the destination. We have to say Anog. Over here, is it? Konag, Pod, stop dallying. How disturbing. The color of their garb is different, but they do appear to be of the same make as 2P. Which means, ghoulish or not, we can make use of them. This is truly excellent, Konag. My understanding is that Pod should be able to salvage the correct part and initiate the repairs. Let's see. Well, that was easy. And honestly, kind of pointless. The more we learn about the android's technology, the more fascinating and unnerving it becomes. Who could possibly have created this? Definitely nobody from this world. Part compatibility confirmed. Must be instructed every single time? Go on, Pod, fix 2P. Did it work? So it did. Restore the... what was I saying? Repairs process complete. I hope that the part replacement won't result in memory loss. Yeah, we have too many unanswered questions. Sweet success! Let's not waste any more time about it. 2P, do you remember what happened? I was damaged in combat and you brought me here. And then you wildly inconvenienced us by dying on the table, yes. Wow. Bitch. Fortunately for you, we were clever enough to pick up Pod here, and by the fact that we're having this conversation, I assume it succeeded in repairing the damage. I see. Did you locate the key as instructed? Huh. Despite how little information we had to go on, we did. It's fully operational as far as we can tell, so can you use it? What? An earthquake! Everyone outside, now! The mountain! What happened to the mountain? It's gone. This isn't... Anarch, look! 2P, no, there are too many! Worried for me? Don't be. What is the meaning of this? It means that your assistance is no longer necessary. Have it your way, then. See this world to its end. I know I worried, but I thought she was our friend. And who are you? You first. I am your HUD number 2 Type B unit, but you may call me 2B. I'm here to destroy the androids in white. We can discuss this later. Right now we've got to stop 2P. The puppet's bunker is now accessible. Well, things have certainly gone to shit here in Komra. What have I done? We've made a fine mess of things, to be sure. That was hardly the first time. Nothing for it but to fix it. Careful. They may intend for us to follow. Well, we'll be ready for them. Let's head on out to the puppet's bunker, then. Welcome to the puppet's bunker. This is my fight. Don't follow me. Wait! Let us try your flight machine! Well, there she goes. And not long until we get to our first fight. Boss fight, for that matter. Hopefully somebody puts down markers. Multiple hostile lifeforms confirmed. Activating the Aegis unit. You go no further. Defense systems active. Commencing elimination of intruders. Preparing to fire collider cannon. Initializing centrifuge. That one's easy to dodge. Well, our healer didn't think so, unfortunately, but it could be their first time. Preparing to fire beam cannon, condensing energy. This fight actually isn't that challenging. Especially if you know what to do, it's pretty much a cakewalk. Initializing program Life's Last Song. Prepare to regret your choices. Anybody who's played Drakengard, an old PS2 game, will recognize this. And just like that, damage to unit, compromising FFCS, NFCS, and overall functionality. Message to command, destroy hostile life forms. Pulverize! Now that's what we like to see. What do we got? Nothing I can use. Well, we'll rogue read on that. Just for our healer, in case we plan on healing again. Look at them all. I bet if we took one, they wouldn't even miss it. Careful. Alright, we've got 3 flight units and some support units. Well, that's that. Oh. Thank you, pods. This is odder than usual. Did you see that blast radius? 3 androids this time, but still no 2P. Alright, each alliance will be separated out to fight their own flight unit. Intruder's presence confirmed. Activate superior flight units and fire at will. Alright. Now, each alliance will have a shield debuff that basically says you can only target your flight unit. Oh dear. Well, I'm gonna take a hit. Couldn't be helped. I ran the wrong fucking way. I didn't even get a bone stack from it though, so honestly it was fine. Okay, now watch which side their blades light on. Right. Right. Left. Very good. I don't think anybody died. They're even turning away so that they don't hit the other alliances. I like this group. I like it a lot, as a matter of fact. Alright, Unit Chi is down, Alpha is down, and, wow, we killed them all at roughly the same time. We are not so different. Nothing I can use. Well, maybe for my caster. I can't keep up with all the dialogue. I'm too busy paying attention to stuff. But we are descending deeper into this space station. The bunker, as it were. Intrigue upon intrigue. Now this definitely seems like a trap. Now, coming up is the boss that always throws me off. So the advance units are dead. We will not tolerate this interference. Installing Operator 210 self-consciousness data and overriding core systems. Do you remember this place? Security systems online. Culling lifeforms. Hostile lifeforms with laser turret, rather. Ooh, that was close. Oh, the other guy who was main tanking died. Do not point it at me, please. Thank you. I'd rather you not point it at anybody. But you did, which is unfortunate. Artillery system activated, culling hostile lifeforms. Activating suppressive units. That means there are going to be pods on the walls soon. Also these. Typical energy orbs that you've seen before in this raid. Please eliminate the remaining hostiles. Requesting pod support. Okay. Which pod is that? Pod 10. Alright. So if we, as long as we stay at the corners here, we're safe with pod 10. And when I say corners, I don't mean corners of the room, because there's no corners in a circular room. I mean at the corners of where they would be shooting. I'm gonna stop talking, it's distracting me. Oh. I forgot. I'm dumb. I thought it was going to be a donut AoE. Oh dear. Well, you shouldn't have been standing there. Spoopy. I've never been so more glad to have your help. Is this better than what we have? It is not. Your Type 53 code of fending basically will look a bit more like 9S, really, but yeah. Is it just me, or does this seem different? What in the world? So, yes, basically, oh boy. I call bullshit on that. So basically, the architecture here is becoming a little more different. And if you know the lore of Nier Automata, you know that the machines were originally created by aliens. So does that mean Norvrant is being invaded by alien invaders? It remains to be seen. Alright. One more room like this. This time with barricades. Now there are balls coming at us from the side too. Because there weren't enough balls in this particular instance. Well, thankfully we won't have to deal with any balls anymore. Anog and Konog somehow got ahead of us even though the door was not open. And now we move on to the interior of this very alien-looking containment unit. Unit 2P process termination confirmed. No, wait. I'm not even gonna begin to try and pronounce all that. But it's the compound. Well, friends, we've been dealing with enough balls. So let's kill the queen ball. We are. That much cannot be denied. Scour the earth. Now you might think, this thing's dying awful quick. You'd be right. Enjoy this rendition of Torn from the Heavens, done in the style of Nier Automata's music. Do not resist. coordinates established. I get scared in this fight because I still can't remember if I know all the mechanics. From one is born another. Oh. I was in the wrong shit. I didn't realize that was an AoE. I thought it was going to be another meteor. And down she goes. Uncanny Valley indeed. The Puppet's Bunker is complete. This is the first time I've done this raid without dying to something stupid. Ever. So, I feel pretty good. Oh, take that. Well, here we are. Right outside the bunker. 2P and 2B are identical. How did they come to be on different sides? Guess we'll find out. All clear. For now. I was wrong. So wrong. I made you go along with my decisions. I put everyone in danger. Anog. I'm the one who let the conflict spread this far. Blaming yourselves is unnecessary. Forgive me, but you seem so similar to 2P, and we still don't really understand either of you. Are you truly our ally? I can't be certain. All I know is that I was damaged in a battle with the machine life forms, and then I was here. Your world is very different from where I was. I don't know my coordinates, and I can't contact command. I just followed the explosions. Let's approach this from a different angle, then. What are the machine life forms, and why were you fighting them? The machine life forms are weapons created by aliens from beyond the stars. As part of Yorha, my mission is to reclaim the planet from these invaders. Alien invaders? Never mind. What about 2P? As an android, does she not belong to this Yorha as well? No. She is a copy built by the machine life forms, probably to fight Yorha specifically. We also retrieved another android, a boy. If he's still with you, I'd like to see him. Very well. Can't make things any worse. Come on, Anog. A new section has been added to the portable archive. Fill it by using the device to record data at promising spots within the puppet's bunker. Just like with the copied factory. Like this thing. On the operation of Yorha units. Yorha units are produced in a variety of models. Each model is distinguished by an alphabetical abbreviation indicating its area of specialization, such as B for combat-optimized battle models, or S for the analytical scanner models, operating as strategists, like 2B and 9S. Now, we will eventually be back here, so we're not going to go looking for this stuff just yet. Well, everyone's here, including the pod. What does the pod have to say? Accessing data for Yorha Type B unit. Overwrite previous owner ID. To think he was on our side after all. We hid him where 2P wouldn't know where to look. Follow me. Anog's lair. Anog, of course, has nothing to say. He's been out of operation since we brought him here. Indeed, 9S is still as a brick. "9S. My duty is to annihilate the machine life forms. For that I require the assistance of 9S. We must revive him. Fortunately, we have some experience with this sort of thing. What do you say, Anog? I'm certain everyone could use a bit of rest before we proceed. A lot has happened, and we should take our time to think things through. "9S. I didn't think. Come to think of it, none of us ever did manage to get the chance to enjoy the carnival. Well, it's all blown up now. It's possible everyone is still carrying along with it. I've never known a few explosions to dampen their spirits before. Still, I might go and check on them. Coming, Anog? Fine. Oh dear. What's all that noise? I suppose there's only one way to find out. It's loud. It sure is. Oh, it's all the other dwarves. What a mess. Punishment! Punishment! Why me? Oh dear. Them things came from right here. Saw it with me on 2 eyes, and that's that. I swear on my granddad's grave. Didn't like that. Did not like that at all, no ma'am. Oh shit. The village is in shambles. My house may as well be a pile of kindling. Always knew those brats were up to something. This is what I was afraid of. Will you all shut... Oh, I beg your pardon. Bit preoccupied with my duties at the moment. Please, we didn't mean for any of this to happen. Please, calm down. It's a complicated situation, and even we are not fully... We ain't here for your excuses. Just admit it. This is all your fault. You let those things in through the tunnels. They knew you. And look what they did to the place. We don't care about the whys and wherefores. We want you to know how you plan. We want to know how you plan to make amends. We'll do everything we can, I swear. But I don't think this is going anywhere good. The village is still in danger. No one wants to hear it from me, though. Please, can you speak to Elder Glag and make him understand? I suppose so. And who might you be? Haven't seen your face around here before, or have I? I misplaced my spectacles some time ago. No matter, I'm here to investigate, not conversate. As the eldest elder, it falls to me to determine the truth of the rumors surrounding this disaster. The problem being, of course, that everyone here is stubborn as a diamond ingot. They all insist they know what's true, although you can be sure half of them are up to their eyeballs in at any given time. I need a second opinion, a sober opinion. Here, let me smell your breath. You'll do. Speak with the villagers and think well on who has the right of it. Then I'll hear what we have to say. Okay. I apologize for involving you in this nonsense on top of everything else. I am so sorry. Start with you. This'll be Anog's fault, you hear? That girl never had an ounce of prudence. If only she were more like her brother. She ought to have left that machine graveyard well enough alone, but she insisted on barging in anyway, heedless of all the danger. That's what happened, mark my words, and Anog better answer for it. I didn't do it. Oh, Anog and Komra, you say? Yes, they did do it. It was them. And you. I heard you followed Anog into the machine graveyard. Heard it with my own 2 ears, I did. Everyone knows it too, so you'd better be prepared to pay. I'd like to see you try and make me. You want to... Oh, shit. Hitting the wrong button. Doom! Okay. Anog could have saved us from those things, I just know it. There ain't no way a clever girl like her wouldn't have found a way to fight him, if only that brother of hers weren't always holding her back. Wait, you're that outsider, ain't you? Don't worry, I don't blame you. I can see you're the sort who knows how to take control of a situation. I'm sure you supported Anog as best you could. I guess. You're the collaborator. Well, don't think you can come crying to me now that it's all gone wrong. It's plain as day that Anog's the type to charge ahead without a care for who she might be getting mixed up in her troubles, and her brother ain't much better. Lally, I knew we'd end up here someday, ho. It's hard to know where to place the blame. I understand why you followed along with Anog's plan, but if you all had just been a bit more careful... Something tells me this all would have happened anyway. So the fools still can't agree on which way is up. I wish I was surprised. Let's try putting it to a vote, eh? Maybe the ones pretending to know more about the matter than they really do will think twice about making asses of themselves so publicly. Can't none of you stitch your beards for half a moment? I'm asking you to raise your hand in an orderly fashion. This is hopeless. We're not getting anything useful from them. I'm not ruling out that one of these idiots accidentally has the right of it, but in your sober judgment, who's to blame? If you still ain't sure, you can try talking to everyone again, although I can't say I recommend it. Just make sure you don't take any detours past the ale casks until this is settled. Well, I don't plan on asking any of you anything else. Still passably sober. Have you come to a conclusion? We could choose Anog, Konag, both of them. Say it's complicated, or you're all doomed. Well, it is complicated. Interesting. I'll take that under advisement. Ahem! Everyone, I stand before you to present my findings regarding culpability in the destruction that has befallen our village. Please, wait, it's... As I said, blaming yourselves is pointless. This is my doing. It's one of them! Run! Run for your lives! Are you defending us? There's no benefit to petty arguments. Wait! She says that, but I think it was kind of her to intervene. Tubi has a good heart under that cold exterior. I'll try speaking to the others, see if I can't get them to understand that there's more going on here than it appears. Anog, naturally, has nothing to say. I'm sure she went to check on her friend, the other android 9S. I'm going to go and talk to her. Yeah, let's go and see what's going on over there. It's pointless to fight your own. I appreciate your stepping in, but I don't want everyone to see you as the enemy. If we go and talk to them now, we can explain. That's not necessary. I'm leaving anyway. This is not over, for us or the machines. What are you thinking, Tubi? I'm worried for Anog as well. She hasn't been herself since, well... If she's not here, she's probably drowning herself in work. Come on, we should check on her. I suppose we should. It's the right thing to do. She's not here! What is she doing? This isn't the time to be outside alone. We need to find her. I'll look around the village, but can you search the outskirts? Oh, Anog. Oh dear. Let's check up here. You see no sign of your despondent dwarven friend. Perhaps she wandered further afield. It's possible. I mean, there are some hostile robots out here, though. Then again, she does carry plenty of bombs. Normally, anyway. You see no sign of her... Yeah. How about in this cave? Oh my god, are you really gonna... Though you have searched all the likely places, Anog is not to be found. Perhaps Konog has some additional ideas. Perhaps. Do we care? Maybe we care a little. Hello again, Konog. Anog isn't with you? What do I do? This is all because of us, and I don't know where to find her. I'm not used to being alone. Well, that is all we have for Konog right now, unfortunately. For we are out of time in this episode. We will be back to the Yorha raids, the finale of the Yorha raids, soon, but for now, we're going to cut things off and move on to the main story quest for a little while. So, in the meantime, my name is Foxy Games. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. Until then, bye.